It ended. It finally ended. Maybe not as it was meant to be, with more than 7 seasons and being finished years ago, but it finally ended. The Clone Wars. And this last season certainly delivered moments that could serve as the juice of the crown for that superiority of who's the best Star Wars show of all. And this video will explore the top moments of that last season. So as always, talking about this topic, spoilers ahead. Hello there brothers and sisters, and here I give you the 10 best moments of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, or the final season. Number 10. The Silver Angel Dogfight. I honestly don't know why fans or people who like Star Wars but not certain things hate so much this arc and Trace and Rafa. Okay, I understand that if we pass from the Bad Batch arcs, we don't see the Siege of Mandalore. This arc is not the great to be in between those two, but still is a good arc worthy of belonging in the Clone Wars. One of the good things of it was the dogfight between the gorgeous ship Silver Angel and the ships of the Pike Syndicate, simply because it reminds us one of the best things that Star Wars universe have to offer. Not everything has to be true battles, fleet versus fleet and lightsabers and force battle, as people tend to forget. And among the things that make Star Wars what it is since the first movie is the classic dogfight of one ship like the Millennium Falcon with the heroes of the story against the enemies. Number 9. Anakin and Padme moment. Something I expected to see was the interaction of Anakin and Padme in this last season, and the whole scene was simply heartwarming, with Rex maybe knowing something is going on between Anakin and Padme, to the small comment of Obi-Wan and Anakin's reaction, to of course the very cute moment between Anakin and Padme. And even more nostalgically, with Padme wearing her Mustafar outfit, with what people might say is a pregnant belly, but I don't think so. I've seen this episode multiple times, thanks to this scene in particular, alongside the others, and it's just simply so glowing. Number 8. The Bad Batch ending. I love the clones, since day one, and I love the Stormtroopers thanks to the fact that some of them are clones from the Grand Army of the Republic, and since episode 2 was released, everything involving the clones from games or episodes or comics is a favorite for me. That's why I love the Clone Wars, that's why I love the Battlegrounds clone campaign, and that's why I love the Battlefront games, and that's why the ending of the Bad Batch arc was just pure perfection. Even if maybe we didn't see the original ending for the arc with the Imperial March on it, scene that can be still considered the deleted scene but canon if we put the two of them together, the scene with Echo joining a group of different and unique clones after he lost his squad and he became something unique too, something we saw coming in an unfinished animation where we saw the Bad Batch alongside Echo now on it, and the respect from both Rex to the Bad Batch and the Bad Batch towards Rex, and Echo leaving Rex after all the 5 first adventures they had, make this whole ending so memorable and one of the best endings of an arc and the episode there is. Number 7. Ahsoka's return to action. The whole start of the invasion of Mandalore is simply so great. It generates memes because of the feelings that fans have after going with the story for so long and playing video games that make the experience of this episode something so perfect. Also with the reference from Ahsoka to Rex the same way that she did with Anakin at the race to the top of the, or in this case the surface of the invasion site, and with the timing that this invasion starting should be taken at the same time as Anakin and Obi-Wan are entering the Battle of Coruscant, the whole scene of Ahsoka showing that she still have it in her going from gunship to gunship, hijacking Mandalorians in order to make her way to the surface, and with that entry beat every superhero entry and landing there is, make the whole start of the Siege of Mandalore unexpected to all the fans and worthy to see over and over and over and over. Number 6. Return of the Jedi reference. We know that Star Wars constantly do poetry with their material, and even if it wasn't a surprise that it may happen in this season, it was totally perfect the way they did it. When Ahsoka and the sisters depart from Coruscant in the Silver Angel, they run into a military checkpoint, and the ones on board are of course Admiral Yularen and Anakin, and by making a reference and homage to episode 6, Anakin's wonder who is on that ship and he feels Ahsoka. Something truly unique that keep making the Clone Wars the masterpiece it already is. Number 5. The Bad Batch introduction, their first battle, and Crosshair's overkill. This spot is shared with 3 moments of the Bad Batch. The first one is their amazing and inspiring entry, with generating tons of memes that have the energy of how awesome these clones look when you first saw them, and knowing that you were going to see something great from them, even more after hearing them talking. The second one is something that reminds you in the Battle from video games of Republic Commando, a display of ferocity of 4 clones against an entire battalion and beating them. And speaking of beating them, the last share spot is for the sniper of the team, Crosshair, where by making a laser version of a ricochet bullet, he decimated a bunch of droids all by himself, something that shocked everyone and depressed Wrecker. Number 4. Ahsoka vs Darth Maul. Perfection, just perfection. Without a doubt the best lightsaber duel in all the Clone Wars and in any animated series, to be put as a third the best lightsaber of all time of Star Wars, right after Battle of the Heroes and Duel of Fates, and with so much meaning with all the info that Maul tells Ahsoka about Anakin's future and imminent role. Number 3. Order 66. We knew that Order 66 was going to be showing this season. We knew it was going to break our hearts, and we knew that it could be flawless the way they're going to show in this show. But the whole sequence, the way how the Force is played its role with Maul and Ahsoka, and the reaction of Rex and the other clones, and the music with Ahsoka fighting the clones. I honestly thought I would cry in this episode, but the shock was enough to just leave me with a dead side staring at the screen and watch the episode 2 or 3 more times that night when it was released. I honestly don't remember. Number 2. The Battle of Coruscant begins. We knew that we were going to see something leading to the Battle of Coruscant, and the second you hear the alarm, you know that is the Revenge of the Sith starting. From the moment where Obi-Wan makes the reference that to the EU continuity in this episode, something I already talked in a video already, how Obi-Wan talks about Maul and how Ahsoka grabs the sabers, mimicking the moment and camera angles when she left the Order, and all that, the cherry on the top, the goodbye of Anakin and Ahsoka. Fully tearful moment, making a point and a part in the whole Star Wars story.
I've got a present for you, Wrecker.
Oh, seriously? I'm gonna blow it up? The whole stinking thing? This is the happiest day of my life.
Number 1. The ending of the Clone Wars. In a previous video from years ago, I talked about the chance of seeing Vader in the last scene of the Clone Wars. Something that was logical, but this is beyond imagination. The whole scene, Vader walking, the music, the angles, the resemblance with the previous scene with Ahsoka and her sabers, and the feelings that you can feel in Vader, just make this scene the perfect ending for the show, the perfect ending to the best Star Wars show of all time, and the basic of what every Star Wars story should be. Thank you, the Clone Wars. Thank you for shaping our lives. And until forever. And that was all for the video. If you like it, please give it a like, comment it, share it, and subscribe to see future content. Until the next one, this is Cardo wishing you all a happy Star Wars day, and may the Force be with you all.